those experiences that you had, that you think maybe someone will say, and after I took ayahuasca, the journey I had and everything, when I came back, my life has changed. You see, let me tell you something. You taking ayahuasca, everything that you went through was like a dream. You see, we do not have active dreams and non-active dreams. You make your dream active. You decide to make your dream reality or not. Greetings to each and every one of you that you are watching me. I seek blessings, protections from our within God unto your lives. May your within God locate you with favor and grace from wherever you are watching me from, depending on your geographical coordinate. If you're watching me in the morning, may the grace and the peace and the protection of your within God locate you. In the afternoon, the same, and in the evening. Omnia vincit veritas. Let's talk about ayahuasca. Ayahuasca. What is ayahuasca? A lot of people think ayahuasca, when one takes ayahuasca, his or her pineal gland expand for a better clarity. One thinks if he or she takes ayahuasca, it literally activates the pineal gland or pineal gland for spiritual clarity. But what I want you to understand is that ayahuasca was literally used for health medication, such as syndromes, depressions, confusion, and a lot of emotional sicknesses and emotional trauma. It succumb your trauma and it calms your nerves because of the substance that is or the component of it. So mostly ayahuasca is used for psychedelic. And you see, psychedelic is a process of activating and creating new neurons when you go into neurogenesis. When you go into neurogenesis, you get to know that when you take in ayahuasca, being it orally or sniffing, it boosts and activates your neurons. So when your neurons is being activated or your neurons is being boosted, you get a different level of should I say hypnosis? Okay, so literally, let's go into neurogenesis, and let's delve into it, and let's see what ayahuasca does. If truly ayahuasca can really take people into deep meditative states or into deep spiritual journey, or it is just merely hallucination, or it is just an hypnosis. What does it do to our psychic What is the effect? What is the action of it? You know, like cannabis. Cannabis can be used for medicational purpose. But at the same time, people can also use cannabis for hallucination. They will get so hyper and they will begin to hallucinate to the extent their hallucination become, in quote, reality. Likewise, when a patient went under what do you call it, surgeon, there is something called anesthesia. I don't know how many of you have witnessed anesthesia experience after a patient went under anesthesia. I mean, the complete one, which is when the full body gets shut down, okay, gets so numbed and froze. When the patient is coming out from the anesthesia, or the anesthesia is getting out from the system, the patient reacts in different way, because the anesthesia numbs the body and it freezes some of the neurons in your brain. So those neurons that were shut down, temporarily, so your awareness begin to shut down over here. When the anesthesia is getting out of them, and if you have experience, you can search on the internet. You see a lot of people say a lot of things during that moment. Some talks as if they are under an unction of spiritual being. Some even say things looks like prophecies. Others say a lot of things that are so funny. So, and when you take in ayahuasca, because it is meant for medicational purpose, people do abuse it because of the experience that when you take it, like the cannabis, like the experience one goes through, one uses that to be a spiritual experience. So you see, in neurogenesis, ayahuasca, which is we have something neurosciences called DMT, the DMT and the MAO. So these two chemical reaction, when one takes ayahuasca, there is something in your brain, in between your brain, that it is called hippocampus. The hippocampus looks like it looks like a small seashell. It looks like a small seashell in your brain. That it works like a GPS in your brain. It enables you to navigate your way out. It enables you to identify things, to identify colors. It enables you to identify speech, sound, communication, and vision, like seeing, identification. It's like a GPS. So when you take in ayahuasca, it has a reaction on that particular faculty in your system. So in Sufism, anything that is considered, toxic, or anything that's, nod you, or it makes one go into sleep state before experiencing spiritual things, it is not natural. It is not natural. So people can use ayahuasca, people can use mushroom, people use a lot of things on that particular process. So let me read something for you. So why ayahuasca causes visions and out of body experience scientifically. Scientifically, as we talk about the primarily drives for this profound experience is DMT. I already spoke about it, and which is made orally active by the MAO. I've already spoken about it. So ayahuasca, there is something called in science, there's something called serotonin 5-HT2A receptor. So serotonin 5-HT2A receptor activation, DMT, primarily binds to end activation. DMT primarily binds to end activations serotonin 5-HT2A receptors in the brain. These receptors are found in high concentration in regions of the brain that are crucial for reception, visual cortex, and auditory cortex. So let's go. So perception, visual cortex, and auditory cortex. Cognition, prefrontal cortex, involved in planning, decision making, and self-awareness. Emotions, limbic system, sensory processing, thalamus. When these receptors are strongly activated, it profoundly changes how your brain processes informations, leading to vivid hallucination. Leading to what? Vivid hallucination. So ayahuasca, when you take ayahuasca, it gives you a vivid hallucination, but not reality. Its symptoms and reactive, like it's like you taking in a cannabis or you taking overdose of alcohol. So which is why mystics or Sufis, they normally consider ayahuasca as alcohol, because it boosts you, it numbs you, and it sometimes shuts down your brain. So everything you go through during that process or during that journey is never considered a spiritual journey. It is a vivid hallucination. And this hallucination is so vivid to the extent you get it so real. Someone may ask, then if it is hallucination, then why was I healed? Don't forget, the herb itself is meant for healing. The ayahuasca herb itself is meant for healing, which is why it has a reaction to so many parts of our organs, which is why when you take in ayahuasca, it purges you. Sometimes you vomit, sometimes you go through a headache, sometimes you feel so anxiety. Are you getting what I'm saying? Because it has a reactions. So which is why, so the Tibetans and the rest of the Northern Americans and the Southern Americans and some part of the Asians call this, this experience or this reaction as a spiritual healing process. So because it has a lot to do with your neurons, it boosts your neurons. And you see, when your neurons is being boosted and being more active, it enhances your clarity, it enhances your psychic ability, it gives you more smartness. So, which is why people get vivid dreams and stuffs, because it boosts your neurons and it creates some, new neurons in your, in your brain cells. So, those experiences that you had, that you think maybe someone will say, and after after I took ayahuasca, the journey I had and everything, when I came back, my life has changed. You see, let me tell you something. You taking ayahuasca, everything that you went through was like a dream. You see, we do not have active dreams and non-active dreams. You make your dream active. You decide to make your dream reality or not. So when you dream, regardless of the time you had a dream, you decide whether or not the dream will come to pass or not, depending on how you accept the dream, how much faith you have in the dream, how much belief you have in your dreams, and how much process your subconscious mind has processed your dream. Do not forget, in our teachings, I have been spoken about the mind of the maker. So even when you dream and the dream was not a dream at all, maybe was not a spiritual information, it is just one of those dreams because maybe psychological dreams, maybe you thought of something, maybe you over took in food in the night, or maybe you think about somebody continuously and your photostatic graphic was able to magnetize that and get you into sleep and get it into your sleep state. Maybe it wasn't an information at all, it doesn't say anything, just it's not a lucid or it's not a vivid dream, it's just one of those formation of dreams that comes in your dreams, that comes once in a while in your dreams, that doesn't have any positive effects or negative effect on you. It is just one of those things. Even with those dreams, it happens, it comes to pass, depending on how you accept that particular dream, depending on how you've taken that dream, how serious you've taken that dream. Maybe you dreamt somebody stealing your money, and maybe that particular dream wasn't an information at all. Maybe you were insecure, maybe you were thinking about, you were so scared of your surroundings, you were insecure about your surroundings, you were thinking people were trying to gaslight you or backbite you, or people were trying to steal you. You had this negative thought about people. That can create, a memory of dreams for you. Then you begin to see that in your dreams. And when you ask dream interpreters, they will tell you those type of dreams are not a dream that we should even, be mindful or maybe put our mind on, because it doesn't happen, it doesn't come to pass. And I'm telling you, with how gravity and how powerful our subconscious mind is, when you take the dream so real, so important, you accept it with wholeheartedly, it comes to pass. And also, the person who interprets that dream for you can also make the dream come to pass. So whatever experience you had during your vivid hallucination moment, thinking that you have projected, thinking that you have gone to somewhere, and that experience was interpreted for you by somebody who maybe help you to go through that journey, or maybe by somebody or someone told you something during your hallucination state, and you believe that information so well, and you accepted that information with all your heart, all your love, all your mind, because before you see, before you went to that particular journey, you already had something in mind, because you were suffering. Life is not going on well for you. So you were thinking that should you even end it at all? And fortunately for you, you were told that when you take in ayahuasca, you transcend. But you see, all these reactors that I spoke about, when all these reactors are active, you begin to have a vivid, lucid, vivid, hypnosis, or you begin to have a vivid hallucination, and you begin to see that you are floating. You see in your mind, everything is just happening in your mind. You are not going anywhere. Nothing is happening to you. Nothing so special is happening to you. It is nothing compared to anything like astral projection or astral traveling. It's just the chemical reaction of the ayahuasca that you took, and you had it medically. When all these reactors are active, you have a vivid hallucination, and when you are hallucinating may look so real to you. So if you had so faith in it, so believe in it, after the experience, whatever you had in your experience, and you had so faith in that experience or in those experiences, that definitely life will change for you. But that doesn't mean you have traveled to anywhere. You only traveled in your brain. So people should stop comparing ayahuasca experience with activation of your kundalini, your sacral chakra, your solar plexus, heart chakra, throat chakra, or even the third eye, which is the pineal gland. Pure spirituality is a practicality. It's a practical. Hermetic teachings teaches us that anything that you need to take in to dilute your energy, either to evaporate it or to decrease it, in either for you to have an experience, that experience isn't spiritual. Spiritual experience is a natural, it's a process, it's a journey, it's a way. You don't need to take in any substance, being it ayahuasca, being it mushroom, being it whatever. Those experiences are not spiritual experience. They are only neurogenesis experience, hypnoactive or psychoactive experience. It has nothing to do with pure spiritual experience or astral experience or anything closer to, your pineal gland experience. A pineal gland experience, it is an experience when one cosmic energy, one consciousness is being risen to a higher dimension, to a higher level of understanding. And that cosmic energy and the consciousness has risen to the peak of what? The third eye. When it gets to that region, which is the pineal gland, when the pineal gland is not having the reflection of the light, or cannot reflect on the light, and at the same time it cannot reflect on darkness, that is when sometimes one may experience your eye shaking. You see that your eye begins to vibrate, which is your eyelash begin to vibrate. When you start experiencing that sign, your eyelashes begin to vibrate all the time. It tells you that there is something wrong with your pineal gland. And when you normally have, headache, consistent headache, it can also result at what? Blockage of your pineal gland. So the pineal gland, it serves as a network that's enrich you to a higher clarity of consciousness. It helps you to observe the movement of your mind. You see, you are the observer, but as it stands now, you are not conscious of that observation. So when your pineal gland is active, it helps you to observe your mind movement, the movement of your mind. So ayahuasca reaction is solely different from the reaction of what? Activation of our pineal gland. Thank you.